You are listening to One Happy Podcast, episode 89.
I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do something different with people I don't know.
Right.
And to just see the fireworks in Aruba is enough for me.
Boom dia and welcome to One Happy Podcast, the officially unofficial podcast of the island of Aruba. As always, I'm your host, Curtis Robinson, aka Aruba Kurt, and today I'm being joined by a very special guest.
Maggie,
That's
I'm back.
right.
Yeah.
Maggie is back, and we're ready to talk about our next trip to Aruba, which is coming up in just a couple of days. This is going to be our first part of our vacation trilogy. So we're going to have a podcast at the beginning before we go. We're going to also do something while we're down there.
That's always fun.
That's always fun. And then we're also going to have a post-vacation wrap-up. So this is the first part of that trilogy. So Maggie, how you feeling right now?
Like it can't get here soon enough.
I know. It's been a while. Well, actually, it hasn't been all that long.
No, but it always feels like a while.
We were just down in Aruba in March.
Mm-hmm.
In March, that was a nice little trip. We did a lot of good things there, and now it's time for us to go back for our summer trip, which is also the middle part of our 3 trips for the year.
Yeah, we'll be back down in the fall sometime.
Yes, God willing.
Yeah.
You never know what can happen. But anyway, on to this trip. So we will be flying down July 1st. Which means that for the first time in our history of going to Aruba, we'll be there for the 4th of July. So that'll be pretty cool.
I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, seeing fireworks over Palm Beach. I actually haven't seen 4th of July fireworks in quite a few years.
No, that's true. This time we'll be out of the country and we'll be seeing them finally in probably 10 years.
Yeah. It's been a while since we've seen. Well, we watch them from our backyard, but
but it's not the same as being there.
No. So,
and it's definitely not the same as being there in Aruba watching them
on Palm Beach. So let's just start from the beginning. I mean, we're going down to Aruba. Well, we both have to work this week, and then on Friday after work, we'll be driving up to Newark to stay in a hotel because we like to do the park sleep fly before we head down to vacation, because we leave as early as possible because that gives you the maximum amount of time on the beach your first day.
Right.
I hear so often people say that their first day they're tired and all they do is eat dinner, unpack, and go to sleep, and I just can't do that.
No, let me tell you, I am really tired when I get there. I really am. But the adrenaline of the excitement of being there carries me through the night. Sometimes it carries me probably a little bit too late into the night.
Definitely a little bit too late into the night, judging from our last trip. But I like to get down there as early as possible, and this time we'll be leaving out of Newark Saturday morning let's just start before that. We'll be staying at the Best Western. So that'll be cool. It's about a mile from the airport, so that way we can get a decent night's sleep, and when we wake up, there's only a 5 to 10 minute shuttle trip to the airport. So that's why we do the park sleep fly.
Yeah.
And for that,
it keeps me out of airport parking, which scares the crap out of me.
Definitely. We use buyreservations.com for that. We've used that for the last several trips. Prior to that, we used Park Sleep Fly, but I noticed that Buy Reservations is a little bit cheaper. So when two things are pretty much equal, why not go with the cheaper option?
True that.
So our flight takes off at 7:10 a.m.
Oh, I'm tired already.
But it's going to be a good thing that we're only 10 minutes away via shuttle.
Yes. So what time do we have to be at the airport?
So if the flight takes off at 7:10, I would say we probably should be there. In Newark, we're flying United. So in Newark, the United terminal is where they drop everybody off at.
That's cool. Because the last time we flew out of Newark, it was quite a distance between the main terminal and where we had to board.
Right, because we had to go to the Southwest terminal, so we had to, take a bus or something.
So this is great. So what time do you think we're going to have to be there?
We're probably going to have to be there, I would say, by 5. That gives us 2 hours and 10 minutes. That's good enough for me. I mean, I'm confident that we can make that we can make it if we do that.
Oh, we're definitely making it.
I will consult with the experts prior to that, but that's my plan as of now. And leaving at 7:10 gets us down to Aruba, the earliest time that we've ever arrived at Aruba, which is 11:45. We've never gotten to Aruba.
Aruba time.
Right. Well, right now we're in this. We line up right now.
Yeah.
So we have never gotten down there that early.
Yeah.
Usually it's
that's
around
like the
1
whole
o'clock.
day there almost.
Yeah. Because I mean, if we woke up, we would say that we'd like to wake up at 8 o'clock, but we wouldn't get to the beach until probably like 11 o'clock
11,
anyway. Yeah. So yeah, we pretty much get a whole day in Aruba for our first day. So it's like we extended our vacation.
Yeah. Although we cut it off at the back end.
We did cut it off at the back end.
Work.
Yeah, but that's a later thing. Actually, I'm going to
We won't think about that.
Well, I'm going to blame you for that anyway. But but anyway, so our first day down there, we'll be able to enjoy an entire day in Aruba. I plan on going to the beach as soon as possible. Well, we have to pick up our rental car, and this time around we are renting from Amigo, which is our first time renting from there. So what I typically do is I will contact maybe a half dozen different rental agencies, just places that I feel are comparable as far as quality, but I'll look to see what prices they offer. And the lowest quote actually wasn't Amiga. The lowest quote was Royal Aruba, which we've used them several times and we've been happy with them in the past. But since I'm always searching for the best possible experience with a rental company, I figured that we'd try something a little different. We've never tried Amigo before. Mm-hmm. Now, we've seen their cars all over the place.
Do you think we'll have a picture of a palm tree? No, it's not a palm tree. It's a cactus on the side of our vehicle.
I'm sure we'll have a cactus on the side of our vehicle. Nothing says tourist like that cactus on the side of the vehicle, right?
True that. I'll be driving around in my little Hyundai Accent with my little cactus.
Yes, you will. So I can take pictures and do recordings and all sorts of other fun things.
I wonder if they provide T-shirts. That'd be really cool to get an Aruba Amigo cactus T-shirt.
I doubt they provide them, but maybe they have them for sale.
Oh, I mean to buy. Yeah,
okay. That's a possibility.
I just wondered if they existed.
If not, then I have something to talk to them about. So what I did was I messaged several different companies. For some reason, I messaged probably 6 to 8, but only 4 got back to me. I don't know what's up with that.
I guess they make so much money they don't care about our business.
Right, they don't need customers.
Well.
And they certainly don't need people to rave about their service on a podcast.
Sucks to be them because we'll rave or
well, maybe that's
not.
what they're afraid of. The not part.
Maybe they're afraid of us.
But honestly, we've never had a horrible car rental experience.
No, there's some pros and cons to every place, but some are just better than others.
Right. But as long as you provide decent service, you'll get a lot of publicity from this. So whoever did not get back to us, it's your loss.
Absolutely.
But moving on from the car rental thing, let's talk about what we're going to do when we're down in Aruba.
Okay, that's the best part.
So what are you most looking forward to doing down on the island of Aruba?
Going to the beach.
Yes. Well,
I mean, there's lots of fun things to do in Aruba, but nothing beats the beach.
Yes, we spend a lot of time soaking up the sun down in Aruba. I mean, why not? The beaches
soaking up the
beautiful.
Views of the water everywhere you go.
The different color blues and the powder soft sand. So most likely we'll beach hop. We don't get bogged down by a certain beach. We rent a home when we're in Aruba. If you've never listened to the podcast before, we are serial house renters. That's what we do. No matter where we go, on this planet, that's our default option. Yeah. Unless we're going someplace where it's kind of dangerous and you have to stay on a resort.
Yeah.
But yeah, for the most part, we look to rent a house, and for this particular trip, we're staying at a place that we've stayed at plenty of other times. The location is incredible. It's within just a couple of minutes of the beach, so it's like our home.
Yeah, it's known as Janet's place.
Yes, Janet's place. But anyway, that gives us the benefit of not being tied to a beach, so we hop from place to place. We spend a lot of time at Eagle, probably most time. We probably spend our most time at the Eagle.
Yeah.
at the
Yeah,
Eagle.
over the years that we've been going there, like we've had different places that we really like.
Mhm.
Like Arashi's way up there, and Baby Beach at times has been way up
But
there,
not lately.
but not lately. But really, honestly, over the years, I think we've settled in on Eagle, someplace on Eagle being our favorite area.
Right. I would say we probably spend 50% of our time at Eagle,
Yeah.
and then maybe 30 at Palm. No.
Nah, probably not even that much.
Yeah, probably not even that much. Maybe 20 to 25 at Palm.
And then sporadic at every other.
Yeah. We spend a fair amount of time at Arashi.
Yeah, we do.
A lot of
It
times we
depends on the
stop there.
trip.
Well, a lot of times we stop there later on in the day.
Yeah, we just stop off.
Because in my opinion, that's probably the best beach to watch
Arashi's
the
probably
sunset.
the place we spend like we don't usually go there for an entire day.
No, we either go there early in the morning,
or
later
late in the afternoon. Yeah.
Yep. And Manchiba is a place that we didn't visit the last trip we were down there.
Last couple times.
Last couple of
honestly.
times. So we haven't been to Manchiba in a while, but I do have to check that out because it's probably in my opinion, it's probably the most beautiful stretch of beach in Aruba.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
it's a postcard.
Yeah,
It is a Corona commercial.
Yeah.
It's
perfect.
It's perfect.
Yeah. The only problem with it is the water itself can be unpredictable.
It can be
depending
rough.
on
It can be rough.
The weather, yeah.
Because right there is where two currents kind of come together, so it creates waves, and depending on the day, the waves can be slightly unbearable.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's a riptide, but there's definitely a pull at times that makes it kind of dangerous.
You have to be
there.
careful. You have to be careful.
Mhm.
But as far as
Aesthetics.
as far as the beauty of a beach, I don't think
Aesthetics.
that's
what it's called.
That's the word that I tried to say several times. As far as that goes, I don't think it gets any better on the island of Aruba, unless you go to the backside of some of those beaches. But you run into the same problem with the water being a little hazardous.
Mm-hmm.
So other than beaches, what else are we gonna do? I know what I'm looking forward to.
I know what you love. You love the food.
I love the food, but what I'm looking forward to actually occurs the first day we're down there. And that is me, Aruba Kurt from Pittsburgh, go figure, pretending to be Canadian for a day.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause I want to attend Canada Day down in Alfie's. I want to attend Canada Day in Aruba, which is going to take place at Alfie's.
Yeah.
So what that is, because I'm not Canadian, so I had to look it up. But anyway, Canada Day is the 150th birthday of Canada this year.
It's the what?
It's basically their Independence Day.
It's the 150th
That's what I said, right?
day?
150th birthday
Birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
of Canada.
Wow. Happy birthday, Canada. On that day that we arrived?
July 1st.
July 1st?
July
Wow.
1st. July 1st. I think that's. I think what it actually is when the three provinces got together and formed the country of Canada.
Wow. Well, happy birthday, Canada, July 1st.
Yes, so I'm going to be dressed up in my red and white. And
Red and white Canada all the way that day.
We're going to be partying with our favorite Arubian Canucks, Peter and Amal, down at Alfie's.
Mm-hmm. You know what I'll be eating?
Poutine.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yummy.
I can't wait for that. And they also serve a tasty burger. So I'm trying to figure out how to fit pulled pork poutine and a burger into
one evening.
I mean, I can do it, but I'm not sure if I'll actually be able to walk out of the place or if I'll need to be rolled out of the place. But anyway, they're going to have a pretty kick-ass Canada Day celebration down at Alfie's on July 1st. That starts pretty early in the evening. We're probably going to show up there around 7 o'clock or whatever, but it starts even before that. And it continues until, I think, like 1 in the morning.
Oh, yeah.
They have a band that's coming on called the Black Sheeps at 11 p.m.
Can you tell me anything about the Black Sheep?
I know nothing about the Black Sheeps, but it's a band and it's Aruba, so it's going to be awesome. Plus, Peter and Amal seem like they're pretty good judges of entertainment character. I've seen pictures of them partying, so they seem like they really know what's up.
I'm looking forward to it.
I'm not sure if we'll make it to the band, though, because at that point we'll have been up.
What time do they start?
The band doesn't start till 11.
We'll see.
We'll be working on like 4 hours of sleep. So
True
we'll see.
that.
And then again, I live on like 5 hours of sleep, so
Pretty much. Who says we got to get a lot of sleep when we get to Aruba?
True. We'll catch it sometime.
We don't get it here. Why should we get it when we're on vacation?
Well, we'll catch it on the beach, the next day, the following day. So Canada is celebrating their 150th birthday on July 1st, and America is celebrating their 241st birthday.
That's pretty bad. When you know that it's Canada's 150th, but you're not really sure which birthday it is for your own country.
Well, that's because I have notes in front of me for Canada.
God bless America.
Well, I figured I'd be able to do the math in my head on the fly,
Uh-huh.
but the wine clouded me.
Oh.
But anyway, so it'll be the 241st birthday of the United States.
Happy 241 years to the United States on July 4th.
Yes, so we're going to celebrate that on Palm Beach.
I'm looking really forward to that.
Because from what I hear, they have a fireworks display. Now, I don't expect it to be like, the fireworks displays that happen in the U.S. in like D.C. or New York or in Pittsburgh, where the Zampellis, I think that's the name, the Zampellis, the people that do all the big fireworks everywhere around this country. That's where they're from, Zelienople. But anyway, I don't expect it to be anything like those displays. But it'll still be pretty cool to watch a Independence Day fireworks display in Aruba on Palm Beach.
Red, white, and blue, baby.
And we will be watching that from the Playa Linda, because we got invited to a pretty cool little private event. So I am looking forward to that.
Would you call it a shindig?
Shindig. We're a private little shindig. The people that invite us are from New York. I don't think they say shindig up in New York.
We're turning it into
Staten
a shindig.
Island shindig. Anyway, it's going to be really cool. So I can't wait for that. I'm going to be wearing some obnoxious red, white, and blue.
All right.
But I'm going to try and find a way to fuse that with Aruba. Create something pretty cool.
Okay. I'll be wearing white and blue. I don't have any red to wear with it.
We'll figure something out for you, okay? We'll spill some grenadine on you.
I'll find something.
I'm looking forward to those two celebrations. What other events are going to take place while we're down there? Oh, I know. I just interviewed him on the last episode. Aruba Ray's comedy.
Yeah. That's an occasion. That's almost as big as 150 years or 241 years. It's the Aruba Ray comedy show.
It's up there.
It's up there.
Well, we've probably been to darn near that many Aruba Ray comedies. So Aruba Ray's comedy, which runs from June 24th, which has already taken place at our recording of this, until July 29th. So there are a few days where they're not doing shows, July 4th being one of them. But most of the other days during that time span, they'll be doing shows. So if you're down in Aruba, make sure you check out Aruba Ray's. So if you're not familiar with that show, which if you're listening to this podcast, I don't understand how you could not be familiar with this. But what it is Aruba Ray is a New York City comedian. And Aruba Ray's comedy is him putting on the show at the Marriott Stellaris, where he brings down other New York City comedians, and they basically recreate a comedy club, but in a much better environment, which is Aruba.
In the Marriott.
In the Marriott, in the basement of the Marriott Stellaris Hotel and Casino. And it is an awesome show that probably lasts between 90 minutes and 2 hours. And is guaranteed to make you laugh the entire time you're down there. So Aruba Ray's comedy, I mean, he brings down probably close to 20 comedians during one of these comedy stands. Now, this particular stand, we've probably seen about half of the comedians, and to me, they've all just been top notch. I don't think we've ever seen a comedian that didn't make us laugh.
No, we haven't.
Yeah, no, they're all top notch. So some of the ones I'm looking forward to seeing, Tony Woods, who we saw for the first time.
Pete
the
Lee.
last time we were done it. Pete Lee. We're going to see Pete Lee, who was just on the Jimmy Fallon show.
I missed it.
Yeah. Yeah, we can look it up. We should look it up.
Let's do it. Pete Lee.
Yes, that is your favorite, one of your favorite comedians. We saw him probably about a year ago, and honestly, when he first took the stage, no offense, Pete Lee, if you're listening to this, but when we first took the stage, I was like, this guy doesn't look funny. But man, was I wrong. It was absolutely hilarious. And they all are. I don't even know why I do those judgments, you know?
Yeah, you shouldn't prejudge
No, definitely not.
anybody.
No, but it happens. You know, we all do it. We're human. That is a trait of being human. And aside from the Aruba Ray shows, well, actually, let's talk more about the Aruba Ray shows.
Okay.
Because another thing we like to do there is get the open bar.
Mm-hmm.
So when you combine the open bar with the Aruba Ray shows, it's just magic happens. Because the open bar, even though the shows are about 90 minutes to 2 hours, the open bar continues in the casino. And we aren't big gamblers, but we like to hang out there and listen to the music. They usually have a DJ playing.
Yeah. I really like listening to the DJ when we sit at the bar and
people watch.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. And the last time actually we the comedians there, they kind of we all hung out together basically. And that was a lot of fun cuz these guys aren't just stage funny, they're actually like funny. I mean, cuz sometimes you get comedians that they're funny on stage because they have their act.
Right.
But then they're just kind of awkward when they're
Yeah.
But Ray Allen and Robert Kelly and Tony Woods, they were freaking hilarious. Another show that I want to check out while we're there is the show. There's a show at the Alhambra, which I think has taken place before, but I wasn't aware of it until pretty recently.
How did you find out about it?
Because I am an Arubaholic that searches around for crap on the internet, probably more than what's healthy. But Guy Bavli at the Alhambra, he is a mentalist, which means he can bend things with his mind. He can bend metal with his mind. Kind of like a
he can't bend my arm or anything like that with his mind, can he?
Maybe. I don't know. Maybe he'll give it a shot. I don't know if he does like audience participation, but the clips that I've seen do look pretty incredible. I mean, it looks legit. Stan Lee, are you familiar with Stan Lee?
I know the name.
Okay, so Stan Lee is the Marvel guy, the guy who is basically credited with creating like Spider-Man and things like that, the X-Men. Now there's a debate. Okay. There's a debate whether or not he actually created, but that's a whole other thing. Anyway, he had a show called Superhumans, where they went around and they found people that have superhuman abilities, like guys that are incredibly strong, or there was one that I saw where a guy who can catch like projectiles, like you could shoot a paintball or an arrow at him and he could catch it out of midair.
A bullet, maybe?
They didn't try a bullet because that probably would have killed him, but
only if he didn't catch it with his hand.
He wasn't that superhuman. But anyway, Guy Bavli was on there for being able to bend things with his mind. And the test that they put him through looked pretty convincing that this guy actually has these sorts of powers. So I think it would be pretty cool to see him at the Alhambra.
So when is he there?
Well, he's already been there. He started, I believe, in late May, and he continues until late August. And those shows are every Thursday and Friday.
Is he down there like regularly, or is this just something that happened to be going on while we're down there?
Well, I mean, he's down there for this whole summer. Like I said, he started in May and he's there until August. This isn't his first time down there, though. I just wasn't aware of it the last time he was down there. I don't know if it was last year or what it was. I just wasn't familiar with it.
Well, that sounds really interesting. I'm sure we'll be talking about that.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to checking that out because that's something that's different. And Aruba, you know, as awesome as Aruba is, at nighttime there are limitations to what you can do. A lot of times it's
but apparently there's no limitations to what he can do with metal.
Okay. I'm sure there are limitations. Like he probably can't bend like a car in half. That'd be pretty amazing.
We'll just have to wait and see.
We will wait and see, and we'll report back to you guys what else he can do. What all he can do.
What all he can do.
Now, you know how I roll. Pretty much for me, vacation comes down to...
Yeah, wait a minute, I'm going to stop you.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm going to ask you a question for once.
Okay.
Because you just don't get asked questions all that often.
I don't, and I get flustered when I do get asked questions.
All right, so my question to you is, what is it that you look the most forward to doing when we're in Aruba?
Well, The thing that I most look forward to doing while I'm in Aruba is eating a whole bunch of stuff. You know why? Because over the last couple of months, I've been on some freaking rabbit food diet.
Yes, we've had a change of life.
Because I am overweight. So and okay, let's just backtrack for a minute. I used to be one of those people that could eat whatever I wanted to eat and wouldn't gain weight.
Me too. I was a stick.
You were a stick. I was too.
Life catches up to you.
I think I used to be taller as well. But anyway, I used to be able to eat whatever I wanted. Like when I was in college, like I would eat a Big Mac and a 20-piece nugget on the way home from class. That was my thing. And I still had a six-pack. Like I
and you drank all the time too.
And I drank all the dang time. But now, fast forward, 20 years or whatever, and that is no longer the case. So now I'm just like a short, overweight guy. And that needs to change.
A short guy who's enjoyed the last 20 years.
I had a blast. It's been a fun ride. But now I have to start taking better care of myself. So what has happened over the past couple of months is I've been watching what I've eaten. I've created some discipline within myself because I clearly have impulse control issues. And it's been a lifestyle change.
But I think we've done a really good job.
We have. However, over the next week or so, when we're in Aruba,
it's going to be bad.
All that's going out the window.
It's going to be bad.
I'm giving myself the hall pass to eat and do whatever it is that I want to do.
So, I know you have a list of places you want to go to, and we need to narrow it down.
I do, because, well, how many nights are we there? We're there like 8 nights.
8 nights.
8 nights we're there, which isn't a long period of time. And I have probably...
Funny, because quite often we get to stay 9 nights, and for some reason 8 nights seems like it's a short trip.
I know. It's like a weekend getaway.
But it's one less restaurant.
It is one... Well, no, for us it's probably 2 less restaurants.
How do you figure that?
Because we've been known to eat at 2 places
in one day. So how are we going to do this?
Like last year, we had a pre-dinner at Alfie's, and then we had dinner at
Legends.
So here are the lists. Here's the list of places that I want to check out this time around. And then I'm not even going to include the food trucks that we're gonna try.
No, because they come late at night after a lot of drinking,
or early in the day at like the Eagle Beach food truck.
Yeah.
But anyway, so we're not including food trucks. These are just like standalone restaurants. So Quinta del Carmen, which is a staple for us.
It is.
Because our favorite waiter, Wilmer, works at Quinta, and, we look forward to seeing him each trip we're down there. There's also Barefoot, which I put up I have a newsletter that I put out every week. And I put up a survey question about which fine dining restaurant I should give a shot to. And Barefoot and the Flying Fishbone tied. So I flipped a coin, and Barefoot won. So I'm thinking of adding Barefoot to the rotation.
Well, I guess we have to. I mean, you asked.
It has to.
We got to give it a
one
shot.
Of those two. Yeah, definitely. Give the people what they want.
Give them what they want.
And there's...
I'm thinking Flying Fishbone lost out probably because of me, unfortunately.
Well, no. It was literally
a toss-up. Okay.
Then there's Alfie's.
That we have to do.
Which we have to do because Canada Day. Legends.
Because we really didn't get a chance to really try their food the last time we were there.
Because we were already filled up.
Yeah.
The local store, which is a staple for us. The local store has the best burgers on the island.
Got to get some fried pickles, too.
And the fried pickles. Oh, and the wings are good there.
Ooh, boy.
The fun cheese.
There's
a lot of good stuff.
A lot of really good stuff there.
All right, local store. Urataka.
Yeah, because we didn't get their pizza last time.
And I am pizza deprived right now because this lifestyle change thing that I mentioned. Well, pizza wasn't part of that lifestyle. So
yeah, like any kind of bread product. So pizza's like completely out.
Almost cut out bread.
Almost completely eliminated bread. But not next week.
No, not next week. So Urataka, in my opinion, is the best pizza on Aruba. We've tried Urataka. We've tried Pizza Bob's. We've tried... What's the other place we tried? Casatua.
We've tried.
the Gianni Group place.
Yeah,
Yeah, Amore Mio.
Amore Mio. Yeah,
Yeah.
we've tried that.
And honestly, in my opinion, Uratak is the best.
Yeah, we haven't tried any others. No, that's it.
No, I think that's it.
Okay.
I don't know if there are any others to try. No, there are a couple more.
There's probably others, but so far Urataka
I think it's the best.
is 100%. Yeah.
So we have
top.
to do that.
Okay.
Yemenja, which is a place that I always want to try.
Mm-hmm.
It's in town. Fine dining. They specialize in beef, which is a big plus for me because I love beef.
Mm-hmm.
And I have been beef deprived lately. So Yemenja's a place.
Mm-hmm.
Then you have Gustoso and Gasparito and Twist of Flavors, which I've read about all those places in an article about underrated Aruban restaurants. That
we got to try some of them.
Like 20,000 people read that article. Ridiculous.
Wow.
Like the first day, like 10,000 people read it.
Jeez.
Absolutely insane. But we got to try.
I'd love to get like responses from the people that
we
read that, like if they've tried different places, like which ones did they like best?
True, and
that would help us.
You know what? In the future, whenever I write an article like that, I will solicit those sorts of responses. That was me dropping the ball there. Well, I didn't expect that many people to actually read it, but anyway, so I mean, Twist of Flavors, I definitely want to try, but Gustoso and Gasparito, I'll probably pick one of those. And lastly, we usually go to Azzurro to get our Italian food fix.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to try something different this time because I kind of want to stay off that Palm Beach strip.
Yeah, I agree.
So from what I hear, Sol Lamar is a place that has really good Italian food. And I've been aching to try that cheese wheel that we never try.
Yeah, I know. We never try it. We're always like, oh, let's get something else.
Mm-hmm.
That's just pasta and cheese.
Well, that's because we go to Azzurro and the lobster risotto usually calls one of our names.
Yeah. But pasta and cheese, that's something we haven't had in a while either. So no time like the present to do the pasta wheel.
True. So I'm thinking Sol Lamar for that. So anyway, our problem is we have too many restaurants and not enough nights.
True.
So we have to eliminate some of those. But that is our list, and we will find a way to pare that down. Don't want to bog you guys down with the details, but you can see the process during our podcast from when we're down there. You can also see the aftermath in our wrap-up podcast after we get back. Right?
Yes.
So if I was to give you the opportunity to pick one of those places that is definitely on the list of what we're going to do, which one would you pick?
Well, there's some that's like an absolute. Like we're definitely doing Alfie's. Right, so let me eliminate that.
That's built in already.
So there's certain ones that we're definitely doing. So I'm going to go with Barefoot. Mainly because it had the most suggestions by your listeners in the newsletter.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to wait and see. Yemenja, Gustoso, Gasparito, Twisted Flavor. I don't know. There's just so much. I don't know.
Right.
So, yeah, I'll go with Barefoot for now.
Okay, so Barefoot's locked in. Because that's what that is. You're locking in Barefoot. We're going to do that.
And where are you locking in?
Okay, I'm going to lock in a place. So, you know what I'm going to do? Because I wrote that article, I'm going to lock in one of those places that was in that article. So the places that were in that article were Alfie's.
You can't lock in Alfie's.
Well, I'm just naming. I'm just naming the places that were in the article.
Because that's already locked in.
Right, but I'm just naming the places.
Okay.
Alfie's, Yemenja, Gustoso, Gasparito, and Twist of Flavors. So those places were were in the article. Alfie's already locked in, so that's not going to be one of them. So that takes me to Yemenja, Gustoso, Gasparito, and Twist of Flavors. So if I had to choose those, the one I'm going to lock in is that we're definitely going to do.
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
What you got?
Twist of Flavors.
All right. I'll see you there.
Yes. So now we have to figure out a way to fit some of those remaining ones into our...
At least two. More.
Yeah, definitely. So that should be pretty cool.
So we'll be letting you know what we think.
You know what? I'm going off script first. Well, actually, we don't have a script, but that's just a figure of speech. I'm going off script here, and I'm going to say I'm locking in Sol Lamar, too. because we've been saying that
Ooh.
we're going to go to that we're going to get the cheese wheel thing for
Yeah,
forever.
yeah.
So I'm just locking that in.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
So that's my my restaurant fix.
See you there.
Hopefully.
Shut up.
But anyway, so when it comes
If
down
I
to
don't, I'll be eating it all, okay? If I don't see you there, I'll be eating the whole cheese wheel
that is an
and
option.
all the pasta.
That is an option. I mean,
I hope they have Parmesan.
get you some zoodles.
A little bit on top because, the cheese wheel isn't enough
It's
cheese
not enough
for
cheese.
me.
Right. I wonder what kind of cheese that is.
I don't know. It's a wheel with flames.
Parmesan, I'm assuming. I don't
Stuff that melts and gets all over your pasta.
and tastes delicious.
Mm-hmm.
So, just to wrap things up, now we're going to be going down to this trip to Aruba, which is a place that we both absolutely adore. Any trip down there is obviously a blessing that we are able to take these trips, especially 3 times a year like we do. But what are you most looking forward to seeing from this trip, like experience from this trip?
Well, I mean, something different and new.
Mm-hmm.
Probably going to be the 4th of July. To be honest with you, I'm not a person that likes to get together with a whole bunch of other people that I don't know.
Right.
But, you're taking me to this special event going on at the Playa Linda, and I really don't know people there.
I don't either. Let me just break down how this all happened, right? So, a long time ago, I don't even know when it happened. Back on an episode, I think it was like.
Still remember how that music used to make me cry.
I'm probably gonna have to pay somebody for you saying that. But anyway, I think it was like episode 33 or 36 or whatever. Christina Tessalano was a guest on the show, and she told me about the Playa Linda family and the barbecue thingy that they put on at the Playa Linda every year for the 4th of July. Sounded really cool. Didn't think much of it. Later on, I interviewed her dad, Frank. And Frank, once again, mentioned this party that they have on the beach at the playa on the 4th of July because that's their timeshare week. And I said something like, yeah, if I'm ever, or actually he said, if you're ever down there, you should come. And, I'm like, yeah, sure, that'd be cool. I'm not thinking that we'd ever really overlap like that. But now it turns out that we are overlapping like that. So we got invited to this, and I hear so much about the Playa Linda people. Like, that's one of the most tight-knit timeshare groups that I hear about on the island. Probably between them and La Cabana. And to be invited to that, I mean, I consider that an honor. So it'd be cool to see what goes on there because I hear so many great things about the Playa Linda family. So the fact that they invited us, I consider that an honor.
Yeah, I understand that.
Mm-hmm.
So, for me, that's an uncomfortable situation.
And for me too, because I'm an introvert. We're two introverts.
But I'm looking forward to the opportunity to do something different with people I don't know.
Right.
And to just see the fireworks in Aruba is enough for me. Mm-hmm. So I think that's probably something that I'm looking forward to the most.
Yeah, should be cool.
And that's a lot for me to say.
Yes. I appreciate that. The fun stuff happens outside your comfort zone.
True that. I'm stepping outside.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I mean, we're obviously looking forward to connecting with old friends like Marlene and Ann,
Ann.
Mm-hmm. Ann Fontaine.
Shout out to Ann. Can't wait to see her.
She won't listen to this, though.
Oh, man. Ann, listen.
She's not listening.
Tell her she has to. Tell her I gave her a shout out and she has to.
I will message her and tell her that. But I'm also looking forward to meeting new people. There are a lot of people that I'm kind of familiar with, but I've never met. So some of the Aruba.com people, like CP Jones.
Oh, are we going to see CP
We're
Jones?
going to see CP Jones.
Who else are we going to see?
There's a bunch of people from the Aruba forums that are going to be at Legends on that Wednesday. So we'll go over there.
Hopefully Ann will be there.
You know, we
Yeah?
can probably talk her into that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get her up there.
Yeah.
So we'll see her twice. But so I'm looking forward to meeting new people. Also, there's somebody named Tammy Zeuslog, which I'm sure I probably butchered your name, Tammy. But I'm looking forward to meeting her. She's the blogger that moved from Arizona down to Aruba, and she rents the home from David from House Hunters International.
Mm-hmm.
Volcano David. I interviewed him. I think he's like episode 48. So she rents his house. But anyway, they're starting a business called Full Throttle Tours.
What's that?
It's a boat tour. So they're going to have like these jet boats almost. That we've been on those types of tours.
Yeah.
Before. Yeah. So
hey, we ruined all of our computer, our
camera
equipment on that one, right?
Yeah, one of those. I lost probably like $1,500, $2,000 worth of camera.
It was a $2,000 exciting trip.
Yeah, that was an expensive excursion.
It was fun.
It was a lot of fun. I'm not even mad about it.
No. It's it's a good story to tell, but I had a really good time. You know what? If you have to ruin your camera equipment, at least you did it and you had a good time.
You know what though? That was a 35 millimeter, film camera, and it was time for us to step into the digital age anyway.
Hey, you gotta have both.
So it just kind of helped us. But anyway,
true. Yeah.
But anyway, yeah. So Tammy, they
That'll
are
be
starting
exciting.
this company, and
Yeah.
I'm anxious to meet her because we've talked a lot on Facebook and everything.
Uh-huh.
The tour company won't be started up when we go down there this time around, but it'll just be cool just to meet up with someone because we've corresponded so many times.
Yeah, they don't have anything like that down there now, do they? Or
no,
not
but
that you know of?
They soon will, and
All right.
it's going to be kick ass because I've seen their
So
website.
when is she actually literally going to start it up?
I don't think they start up until August.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
But-
not when we're down there.
No. But I do know that she'll be at Canada Day
Oh,
at Alfie's.
see you there, Tammy. Is she
Because-
Canadian?
No, she's from Arizona.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Well, I don't know if she's from Arizona, but she lived in Arizona. But I saw that she said that she was going to be there for Canada
See you
Day.
there, Tammy.
Mm-hmm. So that should be really cool. And I also
Wear
look
your white
forward
and red.
Yes. Yes, because if you wear your red and white or anything Canadian to Canada Day at Alfie's, then you get a free drink.
Yeah, I'll do anything to get a free drink. Well, okay,
Really?
not anything.
Really now.
But I definitely wear red and
This
white.
is good to know. You'll do anything for like a $5 drink. So I'm also looking forward to trying out a new car rental agency because we've tried several so far, and I have yet to find one that I think is perfect. Plenty of them were
None of them
really
have
good.
been bad.
No, I don't want to say that.
Yeah.
But I'm just looking for. I'm always looking for the perfect.
Yeah,
agency.
great price, great people, great service, just great.
Flawless.
Mm-hmm.
And I am looking forward to reporting back to you how Amigo goes. Amigos.
Those car rental agencies should be scared, really scared.
No. Well, I mean, we critique. We're honest.
We're honest. We're 100% honest,
There's
and literally, like we said, none of them have been bad.
No.
But we're looking for perfection.
Mm-hmm.
Who's
And
I'm
I'm looking forward to reporting back to you guys when I do find that.
If Amigo is it, I'll be wearing that T-shirt.
Assuming they have, I assume they do have them.
We'll
at
make
least
them
have
if they
for the-
don't.
Well, they at least have them for the workers.
Mm-hmm.
So we could probably talk them out of one. And basically, when it comes down to it, I'm just looking forward to having a lot of fun.
Oh, that is 100% certain we will have.
You have a limited amount of time to get away. So when you do, you have to make sure that you have as much fun as possible, as much fun as humanly possible when you're on vacation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to bring anything down, but
Please
we all, we spend so much time together, and we all get into arguments. We don't always see everything, the same way.
True.
But when we go on vacation, our one big focus is to just be happy all the time, and I think we do a really good job of that.
We do. From the minute we step onto the plane, from there it's just 100% happiness.
Yeah, we have a good time together on vacation.
We do.
I wouldn't do it with anybody else.
You're my bestie. So I guess we've pretty much covered it all. Now on the next podcast, I don't even know what that's going to look like. It's going to be a mashup of things because what I'm going to do is I'm going to record 5 minutes here, 10 minutes there, try and splice it all together. There'll probably be some guests. It's going to be a mess.
It's going to be a mashup.
It's going to be a mashup.
Let's have music too.
We'll see, because when you have people's music, then there's copyrights involved, and this is a very low budget show. But anyway, the next episode is going to just be, pretty much a report from us down on the island. So that should be a lot of fun.
We'll see you there.
We'll see you there. That's it for this 89th episode of One Happy Podcast, the officially unofficial podcast of the island of Aruba. I want to thank you guys so much for joining me on this podcast, and I also want to thank Maggie for being a guest host for this episode of the show.
Had a great time.
I'm glad you did. That's pretty much everything. We talked about a lot, but if you missed something, don't worry about it, because as always, I took the notes so that you don't have to. They can be found at onehappypodcast.com/EP89. Onehappypodcast.com is the flagship for all things podcast related. So please do head on over there and check it out, because it has an archive of past shows. It has all sorts of articles, blog posts, just everything Aruba related. So make sure you check it out. But in the meantime, I'm going to let you guys get out of here. Maggie, why don't you go ahead and take us out?
Hit the music.
That's right.